There's been a lot of talk recently about the importance of STEM, so science, technology, engineering and mathematics, and the career paths that we're creating, jobs of the future, all of that. It's a little alarming to note, we've got an article from the Sydney Morning Herald this week painting the picture for female participation in that, and it seems we're actually not getting anywhere.
No, and I think we've been talking about this for a while, so I'm a bit surprised by the statistics. We would have thought that we would see more young women trying to study STEM subjects, but what the article is basically said is that it's, less than 20% of young women in the university courses, and less of those guys are actually graduating. So there's something going wrong, and I think this article is suggesting that we should maybe look at the secondary school system, which I totally agree, because what we need is really good role models. Young women need to see that these are cool jobs, they're great careers that you could have, that there are opportunities for you to do awesome things, but there's not a lot of discussion in the actual secondary school to kind of push those young women into those places. And it's really about career guidance, I think. I think the problem is that they're not actually seeing and getting opportunities to go into those places and actually see, I could see myself here, whether or not your parents are in it, I could actually do this job.
It's a case of the horse and the cart, which goes first, because I guess a lot of girls when they're at school are looking at the end and saying, okay, well, those professions where you need maths are still male dominated, so do I really want to get into that environment?
Yeah, it's a changing time. I mean, the workforce, and there is a new work order, that technology we know is going to be the jobs of the future. And so what we need to do is start getting young people to see themselves in those jobs. And particularly what we're seeing today is young women aren't actually seeing themselves as that person sitting behind the desk or creating or coding, but actually coding is for girls and engineering is for girls, and these things need to happen in the school, and that's where career guidance is so important. But at the moment, many schools are spending less than $3 a year per student on career guidance. So a lot of young Australians, and particularly young girls, aren't getting the opportunity to go into workplaces, to meet other people who are doing different things and say what they've seen in their parents and their aunts and uncles. But what we need to do is be seeing the schools making more opportunities so girls can have those experiences, so that they can say, actually, I want to go to university and I want to study this cool thing. And
should mathematics be compulsory as well in secondary school?
Well, no, I don't think that forcing, if you don't have a young person who likes maths right now, forcing them to do it, every single person to do that's not going to help. But what we need to do is make sure that they know before they get to year 10, when they can opt out, that they actually want to continue in it, because you actually have to have maths to get into many of the STEM university courses. But actually there's lots of different ways. VET is a really good way of getting into STEM as well, and so you don't have to have those compulsory maths subjects to go through the VET system.